What's the best toddler complaint you've ever gotten? My toddler got mad that her poop came out in 2 pieces instead of 1. She accused my husband of cutting it while she wasn't looking. She knows about the poop knife. Overheard at a grocery store, Mom let her little boy pick out some ice cream. Kid chooses some sort of chocolate banana popsicle and Mom says no. Kid starts crying. Mom says, "I thought you didn't like bananas." Kid immediately stops crying, says oh yeah, and picks something else. Grade A trust. Makes a decision which has consequences he doesn't understand. Gets told no. Gets, rationally, upset because it was a decision he was given to make. Gets told why the no. Accepts it, recognizing the wisdom he didn't yet have. Moves on. Good on him and good on the mom. She's doing it right and he's got a bright future as well as a bright mom. My daughter had a complete existential breakdown one day when she found out that she was going to have to pee every day of her life. Wait until she finds out about periods. Although to be fair, I'm 35 and still salty about periods. Just wait until she realizes that the poop thing is going to keep happening too. When my daughter was 3, I told her to stop trying to draw on the dog with crayons. She threw the crayon on the floor, looked me dead in the eye and yelled, "Daddy, you're ruining my life." My 1-year-old daughter is already super dramatic. Pretty sure this will be her in a year or 2. Currently she'll have a screaming meltdown when I put her in her playpen with lots of toys, a full bottle of water and a full bottle of milk, plus at least one of her favorite stuffed animals and at least one pacifier. But if I leave her there and stay out of her sight, she's usually fine within a few seconds. Oh, and if she's really angry, she'll throw herself on the ground to scream and all of the other dramatic tantrum things. Practicing for 13 already. My nephew had a breakdown and cried when his boot wouldn't fit on his head like a hat. Poor shoe design if you ask me. He boot too small. 5-year-old. Me, I'm not that old, with a slight tone of indignation. How old do you think I am? 5-year, the last number. Honestly, ominous. I would give you some aloe vera for that massive ban. My daughter asked for strawberry ice cream from the grocery store when she was about 4. I bought it for her and when we got home and she had some after dinner, she started crying. I asked why and she said, "I wanted strawberry ice cream without bones." She didn't like the hard frozen pieces of strawberry in the ice cream that she picked out. I thought the idea of ice cream bones was funny. When I was about 5, my parents gave me ice cream with chocolate sauce and I broke down crying. Took them a while to figure I was upset at the psycho-sick bastard who'd put gravy on my ice cream. Eventually they convinced me to try some and I enjoyed it. My dad always reminded me of when I was very little. I used to complain that I didn't like the pizza bone crust. I would also refuse to eat corn with the bone, corn on the cob. I like both of them now. I wish I knew what I was thinking back then. It's the wrong same. Took weeks to figure out he was referring to the apricot and peach yogurts. Were you using equals equals instead of equals equals equals? I yawned with my mouth really wide and my little sister told my mum I was trying to eat her. Completely understandable misunderstanding when your jaw spontaneously unhinges. My niece recently was upset about being served food in the little bowl, and not the big bowl. When her food was moved from the little bowl to a big bowl for her, she had a meltdown. After a fair amount of crying, she was able to explain she didn't want the food from the little bowl placed into the big bowl. I suppose once in the little bowl the food was forever tainted. Cousin of mine had similar issues. Craft dinner had to be served in a bowl with a fork. If a spoon touched the KD, even if it wasn't the part he was eating, it was poison. Any KD that touched a plate was also poison. He wouldn't sit at a table where us barbarians ate KD in such a vile manner. My daughter wanted to drink pure lemon juice and threw a fit when she was denied. I caved on the premise of natural consequences. 1 sip and she vomited. She never bugged us about it again. This is the way. My kids wanted to drink my Diet Coke when they were at just the right age. They tried it, hated the bubbles and wouldn't try any carbonated drinks again for years until peer pressure in middle school. Oh, well. Subscribe for more hot Reddit takes in your inbox, guaranteed.